Hello and welcome. Let's do another one of those buy low, sell high strategies. And I'm going to do Komodo Theta from its onset pretty much on Binance and pretty much is just a few 18 periods in, but ratio is about 10 to 1. And I got a little spreadsheet in here which will automatically adjust 15% up or down from a price. So if I end up selling at 12, it'll automatically adjust it on the left hand side. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go through and just see how many of these goes. I'm waiting for a cross of at least 1147 to the upside or below 8 2/3. I have this set on the 8 hour term time frame, so it's like checking it 3 times a day. And it's equivalency. So you get in there, and the way you play the game is you just have enough coins on both sides. And it's pretty. One easy way of starting it is make them both worth the same: $100, $1,000, 3,500 each kind of deal. However much you are putting into it. So in this case, we're looking for 1147 or 867, and every time 3 of these periods go by, that's a full day. That's not even 1147, but do you take it at 1142? That's a question mark. If you waited, well, the action would take us to 1178. And I'd be waiting to go like to 1355. Oh man, I pushed the wrong button. So now I have to fix this issue. And to do that, I'm just going to pause the tape. And we're back, and that's what I need to push. And it needs to get over 1355, but it doesn't. And the buyback would be 1024. So it was close a few times in there, but this is 2 days right here on the 8 hour term. And I'm just going to pause it till the next trade. And it would come in at 1362. And a decent amount of time, as we have seen so far. This would have been starting like June the 3rd. Here you'd be standing on June the 22nd, 17 days in, and you've made 2 ratio trades. Now we're waiting for the price action to either go above 15 2/3 or below 1184, which is exactly what this is. So I'll be buying it back here at 1158 on the ratio. Now I'll be buying more if it goes down like to around 10. And that's around 10, which 1007 was the price that I would have been looking for. But I'll take 9.48 on this one, and I'll sell it if it gets up close to 11. Buy back at 8 1/4. And you just wait a few periods, and in real time, you're just checking the ratio, however you have it done, and that's it. Not much to check. You can have alerts if you're able to get them, however you got it set up. And it's just a matter of dividing one coin by the next, whether you're taking the Bitcoin price, the dollar price. Got up to 10.8, but I'm looking for 10.9. And there we go. So I would take 11.41, which means now I'm going to buy at 992 or lower, or 13.12 or higher. And the wait would have been long, as it would be here. Now, August the 18th, I count 99 different periods that went by, just waiting for it to at least get above 1312 or below 992. And of course, in this case, it would be a price up to 13.72. That would work out to be the 6th ratio trade, with the next one either being a buy below 1193 or a sell above 1578. And 11 periods go by, and it would be a sell, 16.08, which means I'm looking to go above 18.5 or below 14. It takes 8 periods, close to 3 days, and it dips down to 12.9, which means I'm looking for it to dip below 10.43 or above 13.8 for the next trade. Actually, no, take that back, because it didn't. It's above, below 1122 or above 14.84. In the very next period, it's close. It's 1460. Does the next period have it come through? You wait a bit, and there you have it. This would be a trade at 14.94, which means now we're waiting for it to go below 13 or a little bit above 17. And 8 periods later, well, that's I was waiting for it to go below 13, and that would equate to such. So now above 14.2 or 10 3/4 for the next trade. And 2 periods later, boy, is it going down pretty good here. As it's down to 9.88. I was looking for 10 3/4. Well, now 8 and 3/5 or 8.59 or 11.36 to the upside is my next target. 4 periods go by and it's close but not quite high enough. 5, 6, there we go. So 6 periods later, that would be a sell at 11.53. So a break pretty much around 10 or below, and 13 1/4 would be the next trade. And there we go. That's a break. That's barely. I got 13.26 that it has to beat, and that barely does. So that's barely a 15% move. Up to 13.27. That is the 13th trade so far amongst the ratio since the beginning, and this is what the market would have been for you. This would be starting again, started June, and I'd be near the end of August. So this would be 3 months worth of movements. Okay, so 15 1/4 or 11 1/2. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. And I would just, I'm going to count in my head now. I got 15, but still not there. I mean, this was 22, 23 periods. Be just waiting in the end time. Not close enough. That's part of the game. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 41. Nope. That's like, I'm not like 56. Let's just go super fast till we get close. 15 1/4, 11 1/2. So you're basically going through all of September without trading in this example. And we're now still back in 2018. And now you go into October. Well, there 1154 is what number I'm looking to beat. It doesn't go below it. There it does before. So you would have taken 11.37. This is why I'm like wanting to pause the tape just to make the video faster. Breaking below 9.9 or 13.08. And a little bit later, we have the price action go up to 13.46, which I'll take. Now looking to go below 11 3/5 or 15 1/2. And it does it to the upside, so I would make a trade here. Then in a situation like this, if the market goes up, well, what's on the left-hand side? I'd be selling Komodo and buying Theta here. And this would be on October, close to Halloween. And the buyback is right at the number I got. I got 1364, so I see 1363, which I'll just take that one there. So now I'd be waiting for it to go up to 15 2/3 or down below 11.85. And then we have this movement here, which nothing, no trade because this didn't go below 11.85, and I'm looking to sell at 15 2/3, which is up here. So until something like that were to happen, well, there we go. That down move would make a trade probably. 11.5, yep. So at this stage here, I'd be looking to go 10 even or 13.23. And when you just miss it, this close here was 10.07. Not quite. I'm still looking to sell at 13.23 if a move were to go there, but no, it would go all the way down here to 7.93. So that's a serious trade. I mean, we could have, if you were earlier, you could have got as low as 4.5. But it is what it is. And this is that November 30th interesting day. Infamous, I don't know about that word. Maybe for some. But now I'd be looking for a move above 912 or 6.9, and there we have it. So you'd have a little, and you expect it not to take too long after a move like that before you'd have your next trade to whichever direction it would be. Now it's 11.85 up, so it's close, and 8.96 down. And there we go. So 11.88. It'd be like, okay, let's do a sell. This would be ratio trade number 21. And now I'd be looking for 10 and a third, 13 and 2/3. Well, that's close to 2/3. But then you miss the trade. Just on the numbers game. And that's technically one hair off. There we go. Because I got 13.66 was the number. Now at 15.32, I'd be looking to buy back at 13.32 or 17.62. I'm going to go back to pausing the tape again. But it didn't take long to go down to 12.15. 10 periods later, a little over 3 days, as we now are, we'd be on Christmas Day, it goes up to 14.1 where you would sell. Up to about 16 and a half almost on the 27th or 2 days later. And then as we enter 2019, you get a buy in at the 14.19, and it worked out to be bad luck, which will happen because it was like 18.9 or something for this. I wasn't able to get this close. And you know what? It's something you probably would have got in real life, but it is what it would be. But that's going to be part of real life is you wait a little bit better for a price and it just doesn't come. At times that situation will be in play. And yeah, you just waited through. You got the sideways action where it doesn't move like this. Then you just do nothing. You wait until it does what it needs to do. The value of your coins are pretty much against each other, always worth near but what it was before. Of course, this doesn't count what it is, what's going on against Bitcoin, against the dollar, and that's another element too. Again, when all these coins, but when you see Bitcoin, or excuse me, yeah, when these commodities, these coins against Bitcoin, like Komodo and Theta, both at the same time kicking ass to grand proportions against Bitcoin, then you're going to want to sell some, I think, of both coin for Bitcoin. Definitely against the dollar as well. But you could use the Bitcoin profits on that as well for that. Okay, 1234 is what I'm looking for. There we go, 11.65. So you just made some trades at the end of the year. Now you're in the fourth week of January before the trade comes in. And then about 30 periods later, or a week and a half, as you'd enter into February, the ratio would go down to 10.07. It'd be trade number 28. A couple days later, it goes down some more, so you sell some more theta and buy Komodo at this point, because that's what happens when it goes down. You're selling what's on the right hand side. And then about 7 periods later, it goes down to 749. And after 5 buys in a row, you got to sell in as it has a little bit of a rally up to 9.5 on the ratio. So we'll wait for it to go near 11 or below 8.25. And it does go below it, but 3 days or 9 periods later, as we'd now be into February, 8.23. 6 periods or 2 days later after that, it would be February 16th, and the ratio's up to 10.5, so a good time to sell. And I was looking to sell some more above 1206. It didn't get above it because it got up to 1182 here. Then the failed breakdown from that move, or the fast move from the failed breakout. Enough for me to buy at 877. And then 2 days go by as we are now into the later part of February. Goes down to 7.39. That's ratio trade number 35. Then 33 periods later, it went well below the 643 number I was looking for. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for as a trader. Oh yeah, I want to buy this, and it goes down even better to 516. Okay, that's even better. I would make a more aggressive trade in a situation like this. So I'm going to wait for 449 or 593, and we'll just see. I'm not going to pause it this time. I don't know how quickly it's going to work, but usually it doesn't take long for that next trade. Now that's close. I got 5.93, but it's not mathematically there. So you wait, and then 2 periods go by. Okay, 694. That's a better number. So that's the number you would take. Wait, and then you like to see the high volatility because again that means there's a and right next trade again I'm waiting for 7.98. And realistically, if you see that you got this volatility, you take advantage. Be at the computer if you can to get that 10 number and get that 11 one. But as it goes, if you're just checking the computer 3 times a day every 8 hours, And you see, oh, it's 8.02 here. Well, I'm waiting for a break above 798. So that would be ratio trade number 38 so far. And it's almost getting to the full year point on this, and 38 trades is pretty decent. And then one period goes by, two, three, four, five, six, close, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Lots of waiting. 16, 17, 18, 19. Nothing's going on. 20 periods. 21. It's just a wait. That's 30. That would be 10 days. No trades during the March. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. There we go. 36 periods I took. I'm waiting for a break above 9.22, and that's just that, not 9.53. And 67 periods go by. I was looking to sell at 1096. And I bet it got above it, but it never closed. I mean, there was a close here at 1090. Didn't get it. Or buy at 829. So I guess I got the or on this case. It would be a buy at 7.9 deuce. But 2 periods later, I could flip it and sell it back, and I would at 9.32. And 45 periods go by, entering into May time frame. The ratio rallying up to 10.8. Well, I was looking to beat 10.72, so it would have done it there. 14 periods later, ratio gets up to 12.46 for a sell opportunity. And 8 periods later, continuing to go up to 15.18. So another sell opportunity. And this is what we would have been dealing with the whole time. All of this choppy, up and down action. And 44 ratio trades in place so far. 6 periods later, 13.13 for a buy. 9 periods later, that's yet another buy. 11 more go by, 9.66. So a lot of the stuff that we've been selling, getting the buybacks, and your coin inventories have to be doing pretty well. We'll go through later on in another video with these results, the buying and the selling of it, and size allocation. And then about 40 plus periods go by. This is a nice little pattern setup. I was waiting for a break of 1111 area, or 11, it's above this number here. And it got above it. This high was 11 point, excuse me, this close was 11.04. So it finally got above it, so that would be a sell. And 69 periods would go by, and this all this did was had a little bit of a failed move up there. I didn't get the sale up in here, but now with the break below 10, I did get the buy at 9.95. That would be trade number 49. But then you have a move like this, like just a huge, all of a sudden big move. Well, that's enough to get a sell, and then decent volatility following through. Does it get above 13.5 or below 10? Well, it's got to at one point. You just keep waiting and waiting through the game. Nice little setup there, and there we go. So I was waiting for 13.47. I get 13.88. And we would be now in, well, July of 2019. So we'd basically be a year into it at this stage. And that was trade number 51. And does 15.96 hit? Nope. 1207 is the buyback, which is right there. So the 12 even would be the trade. Looking for 10.43 or that of 13.8. Close. Nope. Closer. Nope. And what was the last number? Not even, not really that close. And she missed out on the sale, but that's again that's going to happen quite frequently. And you could try, and that's something you could try to improve is how do I get ensure that I don't miss out on these opportunities. Get as many opportunities for yourself as you do this. Okay, let's continue on. 894 is the buy. Continue buying. 11.82 on the upside, but it's not going up right now. So my alerts would be ready. Okay, does a buyback come in? I want to see alert break 895, 894. There's my beep 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 alert because that's 888 or 8.88. So 7.72 or 10 at 21. Well, did the last one go below it? It did, so it would be a 7.45. Okay, so 8.5, 857 is the up move. That's if you have this big rally, which you would expect after it goes down like this. But the rally, of course, was not enough to get a sale, and 6.5 pretty much is the new buy. 648 to be the exact number. And again, I'm working with 15% moves. And as we were entering into August, we're pretty much now close to our time. There's only a 1 week to go until it's now complete. And does it go below 648? There it does right there. It's 6.47. Trade number 56, that is. And as we wait, 563 to the downside, and it doesn't go there. So that's where we would stand right now. And as we have this in here, this is all the trades from the open at 9.97. So I can take this data later, play with the numbers. Now, how do I set it up? Because this would tell me what the prices were. So in the spreadsheet, what I have is this is equal to, well, F800 multiply 1.15. And this is that same F800 multiply 100 divided by 115 to get the same equivalency. So to make that work, what I have in here is I'm inserting the prices in the B column for my trades. So this is going to have the formula. If this number is greater than 0, then I want whatever your number that you put in, so B2. But if it's not, give me the previous number, which would be F1. So you can see that's what it would be doing, is taking the numbers. And as we can see here, well, 647 all the way down because all of these numbers aren't greater than 0. If I were to put 22 in there, you can see how all the numbers would just change accordingly. So those are just a little quick little way if you want to do these exercises yourself. This way you can automatically calculate the percentage move for what you're looking for. If you're looking for 20% moves or 23, whatever it is, 100 divided by 100 in the number. So a 24% move, 100 divided by 124. A 7% move, 100 divided by 107. A 34% move, 100 divided by 134, so on and so forth. And another interesting note too as well is that Komodo has inflationary coins, and I'm going to introduce that within this video game. It might take a little bit longer than I was hoping to, meaning past this weekend, but it shouldn't be much of a problem for me to finish because I pretty much know how to code everything I need to do. All the data here, LITECOIN, just a bunch of different coins, with Komodo being one. And just a bunch of other stuff. There's going to be a lot more code. A lot of it's going to be copy and paste, though, too, for the most part. How I got it set up, I can't do too much, but this is how it's set up to start. So you got the date on the top. Your balances, you have $1,000 I start you off with, which would be worth 8.25 Bitcoin. Market prices, Bitcoin USDT. These things are going to the screens will change in time because there's going to be like 7, 8, 10 different coins at one point to choose from. So I'm gonna change again. Like after so many days, like in 2014, 15, 16, other coins will get entered. Maybe even delisted at the same point, trying to be realistic. So coin inventory, we can see 1,000 tether, nothing else. So you would start the game, and one, I'm gonna make a trade. So which market do I want to trade? And technically speaking, all you can do is push one. The other ones don't work. And even number 2 and number 3 doesn't work yet either, but number 1 does. So I can sell US dollar T. Okay, I own 11,000. So if I go 1225, it's not going to let me do it. But if I want to say sell 800, Oh, you will get that many. I could take the decimals off, but I really don't care to, really. And there we have it. So you go back and we can see now you would have 6.58 Bitcoin. And I could advance a few more days and see, oh, Bitcoin's up to 341. And actually, I haven't set it so you can sell yet, meaning, oh, let's go in there and let's make a trade and let's sell. But if I push 2, nothing happens because I haven't programmed it yet. But I was just playing around with it earlier and I got it to work for what I just needed to get done. So it's just an update on this. I'll probably use this program again to take the data that I just got up within this theta and Komodo trade. But just really want to show you this is something that a computer can do. Literally, you just set the algorithms as I say, and I just showed you the algorithms. It's so simple. Yeah, 15% from one direction. I want to go at least above where I want to sell or below where I want to buy. Plain and simple. Of course, then your allocation, the bigger the trade move, I'm going to trade a lot more in a 30 or 40% move than I'm going to on a 15 or a 20% move. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye bye.